Welcome back, everyone. I have a brand new and exciting release. This is Leon Crest. 760 gear needle. This is very exciting for multiple reasons. One of them being is that I love lions. My favorite animal, it's not necessarily a lion, necessarily. I'm one of those weird nerd kids. I'm not a kid. I just like children's toys, not children. This is a manly sport, okay? It's a sport now. So, yeah, right, okay. Who are we trying to fool? It's a really fun hobby. Anyway, enough of that. My favorite animal is a hybrid animal called the liger, and it's a mix between a tiger and a lion. Oh, that blade is really nice, but honestly, I might be more excited for this awesome thick ratchet, which I think is gonna be really good and competitive. And on top of that, I don't have gear needle. So this release was definitely for me. I, of course, got Leon Claw when it first came out, but holy shit. This is a thick ass boy. And, you know, I don't have a scale. I need to get it, but man, it feels really heavy, which we needed a heavy defense type in Beyblade X for a while. I mean, defense types are the worst type so far in Beyblade X because there's not a heavy one. And this one, by the looks of it, appears to be our saving grace. Okay, this is Leon Crest. I want to say Leon so bad because I'm a Metal Fight kid and I grew up with Metal Fight. And of course they had Rock Leon and Fang Leon. But this is Leon Crest and it's a beautiful design. It kind of has that wizard rod design going on where all the weight is distributed to the outside. So hopefully that will help with its stamina too, even though it's a defense type. And I'm gonna bring out some blades in a little bit to compare just how fucking thick this is. Holy shit, yeah, no, that's huge. The next bit is, it's not the bit, but it's the ratchet, and it is, what is it? 760, yes. Had to pull out the box really quick. Man, it is really, I think it's gonna be really good for competitive. The bumps here are really thin. And you know what, now that I'm noticing, this is one bump that sticks out more than the rest. I'm not sure if the camera's picking this up, but yeah, these wall segments, there's 7 of them, and this one sticks out way more than all the rest. I'm gonna have to watch other reviews and unboxings to see if that's correct or it's messed up. But I thought they would all be equally, or maybe they had to do it for, you know, balance reasons. You know, they had to unbalance this ratchet. But overall, this is an amazing ratchet, and I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be the next, what, like 960? 960 is crazy. And gear needle. I'm really excited for gear needle. I unfortunately like needle, so gear needle is a step above that. I know a lot of people hate it, so that's why I'm saying that. The thing, my main complaint with this gear needle is it doesn't match the color scheme. Like gold and black, you know, that's the Leon colors, right? And it's gold, black, gray, this grayish, weird zombie gray blue. It's really disgusting, honestly, but it's all right. It's all right. I won't complain too much. I don't have it. Okay, so this is a right spin, so he spins to the left. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna put that bit on here. Hand spin, let's see. Yeah, I have seen some videos, I'm not gonna lie, and this thing does scrape quite a bit. Now, let me take it apart temporarily and show you. This is what? Dragoon, Cobalt Dragoon. And let me get another blade. This is Drawn Sword. And let me show you. That's a huge difference. This is Drawn Sword. That's huge. This is a thick ass boy. Here, I'm trying to be as fair as possible. Yeah, no, it's like twice the size of any blade. Look at that. Dragoon almost looks like 1/3 the size. But no, unfortunately, it would have been so cool if it was metal all the way through. But obviously that would be overpowered as shit and heavier than my balls. But that was kind of funny. That almost made myself laugh. Yeah, really funny. Not really. Anyway, the thing I'm worried about is this plastic being beat up a lot, because that's what I noticed with a lot of blades that do have plastic on them, is that, you know, it's metal contact points. They're gonna get fucked up. But this plastic, it feels better than the rest. but obviously it's gonna have some dents and definitely some chips on the plastic. But overall, let's get into some test battles and the review portion of this unboxing slash review. And by the way, look at the motif. At first it looked a little warped to me, his face and stuff. And this is my first UX Beyblade, so no protective cover. And I thought it was gonna be really easy to remove the sticker, but no, it feels solid. Anyway, looks amazing, and I'm really excited to try this bad boy out. Okay, we have finally made it to the battling portion of this video. All fights are random, but they should give you a good gauge on how Leon Crest does as a defense type. One of the first things I'd like to mention is that this bay doesn't scrape as much as I thought it was going to. That was one of my biggest fears going in and buying this bay, is the scraping. But don't get me wrong, the bay scrapes a lot. It's the bay that scrapes the most out of any bay in Beyblade X so far. But the issue doesn't completely overshadow its performance, and I really thought it would. Now, if the scraping of this bay isn't its biggest weakness, then what is? Now, I can't say this is true for every Leon Crest, but the biggest issue I've experienced with this Beyblade is its burst resistance. I talk more about this at the end of the video, but Leon Crest burst way too easily for it to be an effective defense type, especially since it was supposed to be the saving grace for the defense meta. And of course, I'm talking about its stock combo. Defense types are supposed to be strong enough to resist attacks from attack types, but the stock combo of Leon Crest simply can't handle that much force. On a positive note, Leon Crest, if it can manage to survive the attacks of its opponents, it can usually outspin nearly every bay you put it up against. And that's thanks due to the bit gear needle, but that's the last positive thing I'm saying about that bit. A major reason why Leon Crest has such a shit burst resistance is due to the bit gear needle. Needle really doesn't even benefit from having gears. Most of the time, it doesn't even make it to the accelerator rail to even use them. And since the actual contact with the stadium is through the bit and the bit is needle, it really doesn't have a lot of surface so the defense type can really attach itself to the ground. This makes Leon Crest more of a pushover than I'd like. If it had a bit like ball, it could really stay more attached to the ground, making it less prone to knockouts. It gets knocked out more than what I was expecting, but it's still good for a defense type. It really is just that burst resistance that brings this bay down. Now the ratchet, from what I can tell, is great. 760 is definitely really unique right now, seeing how it's only been released on Leon Crest so far. The design for 760 is really well rounded off. Each point of the ratchet looks like a wall segment, and it's really flat. Generally speaking, the more well-rounded your ratchet is, the less likely you're going to be bursting in battles. Now, we did see this in the unboxing portion of the video, but 760 has one segment that's longer than the rest, which is another factor that could contribute to its poor burst resistance. Lastly, we have the blade itself, Leon Crest. And by the way, it's been so hard for me this entire recording not to call this Leon Crest, just like Rock Leon. It's been so fucking hard. And yes, this Beyblade is heavy, which is exactly what we needed in Beyblade X right now, which is a heavy defense type. Leon Crest is also round and spread pretty wide, just like Wizard Rod, so it has the potential to spin longer than other Beyblades. And of course, we can't forget that the blade itself is thick. It is nearly twice the thickness of almost any blade that's out right now. This blade is huge, and it really does act like a huge spinning wall in battle. I was definitely a little disappointed with its defense capabilities, but of course, that's just its stock combo. I'm sure a good mixture of parts can make this Beyblade really shine. I think if you can find a good deal on this Beyblade right now, it's definitely worth a shot to pick up and try out. Anyways, I think that just about wraps up everything I have to say about Leon Crest so far. Okay, just some finishing thoughts on Leon Crest. It's super easy to burst. I thought the scraping was going to be the main problem, but no, it's the burst resistance. It's pretty bad, and it being a defense type, it's pretty bad. Yeah, no, see, I just needed a little bit of a good grip, and it could easily be put back together and super easily burst. Anyway, like, surprisingly, like, this might be faulty. Anyway, that's it for now. This has been a review on Leon Crest. So yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one, and subscribe.